Hey everybody, Sister Fantastic here. Welcome to today's video. Today it's a get ready with me, and I've got to start right from the very beginning with skincare. So let me go in with a serum and a moisturizer, and while those things are working on my skin, I can work on the eyes. I have this one here called Snow Mushroom. It's a water serum from Volition Beauty. And I have a little bit of it left and I need to use it up. So that's what I'm trying to focus on these days is, stuff that just has like, less than half. And this one's like down to like 1/4. So let me start with this serum here. And I like this serum. I've enjoyed it the whole time I've had it. And, but I've neglected it here of late because I have some others I've been trying out. Anyway, it's a really thin formula, and man, it works really good though. This is nice. Okay, so there is the serum. And let's do a little eye cream. I'm trying to use up this one here from Elizabeth Mott. It's called Sure Thing. It's just a little sample, vitamin C, and I'm really close to the end of it. So let's put some of this on. It's really nice and hydrating, and it also has a bit of like yellow or peach kind of color to it, so it helps to camouflage, dark circles, and the vitamin C is going to help with, the need for brightening and depuffing, fighting off free radicals, which this time of the year, I sneeze almost every day. So that plays really well with the serum that I just laid down. And I don't think I'm close to emptying it out. I thought I was, but I think there's still quite a few uses left. Anyway, I'm just going to carry it around. And I like to move in circles like this from the outward part of where the crow's feet are forming and go inward and then up and around. And it helps to smooth out this area right here underneath the brow bone. Okay. So we've got like double duty going on there. All right, now for the moisturizer today, I want to use this one from Alpine Beauty. It's a Plant Genius Melt Moisturizer with wild crafted actives. And it's vegan, cruelty-free. I believe this is organic. Anyway, it smells really nice. It's a beautiful cream. Check it out. And so anyway, you can just take a couple of fingerfuls and, just have at it. And that's what I need. Woke up this morning, my skin is dry. So we've been having like some cold snaps here the last few days, and it's going down into like the 50s at night, and then it's like in the 70s during the day. So it's really quite pleasant in the afternoons, but it's cool in the mornings. And I'm not running any heat yet, so I have a tendency to want to cover up pretty good, keep my house shoes on, and, when I'm sitting with Sweet Pea, I have a lightweight blanket that I like to put over me and her both. She loves the blanket. So cute. Okay, so that is going to work on my skin while I start with the eyes. And for today, I want to, let me use the last of this right underneath here. Today, I want to go into the new 10th anniversary Nomad Berlin Underground palette. And it's a really nice fall grungy palette. And there's some greens and some neutrals. And there's a really pretty purple here, and this brown is really nice. This camel kind of tan colored greenish brown is cool too. And then we have this gold right here, which is a matte, and then that green is a matte. So we have plenty of mattes now with the new revised version of this palette. They took out a shimmer and they added a matte. So that balanced things up a little bit better. And I'm going to go in with some eyeshadow primer. This is the Beauty Crop Stuck on You. And Nomad is got a monthly feature going on, and this month they just posted it, I think yesterday. This month is the theme is Forest Nymph. So you can use any palette that you want, but they like it when you use their palettes. So I thought, well, I would try to do a Forest Nymph look. You know how to pronounce that, with this Nomad Berlin Underground palette. And I love this palette. I have the original and I've used it several times, but I've never used this one. So I want to use this one today. Okay, so we're gonna, let me grab this fluffy brush here from Wing Me. Nice big fluffy brush. And I'm going to use colors that remind me of the forest. So, of course, we're going to have to use a green. And then a brown. And maybe a black. And then we'll have to figure out some kind of shimmer. So, this time of the year, you know, the leaves are changing. And, you know, there's just a variety of, like, greens and yellows and browns and all of that kind of thing. So, I'm just going to kind of mix it up a little bit today. And I think I'm going to start out with this green. It's called NDW right there. We'll start with it and get a wash of color down with this big fluffy brush. And as you can see, it's really pigmented. And then we'll put some browns and stuff, you know, on top of it. And maybe finish off with a gold shimmer on the lid or something. So that's kind of fun. I really don't want this to be a monochromatic green look, but I did want to use a green, and this green is so gorgeous. I just can't hardly pass it up. But we're going to make it look a little bit more earthy, a little more grungy by adding browns to the look. Okay, so there we go. We've got greens down. Okay, now let me let me think about this next color. I want to deepen this up. And I think I'm going to go in with this brown here called KO Stage. And let's just see what happens. And if it's not dark enough, I'll add another brown. So I just want to kind of grunge it up a little. Make it look a little more olivey. Not quite so bright, but the green is still going to come through. Anyway, this is called KO Stage. It's kind of a camel colored tan brown like color. And it is a beautiful matte. Make a great transition color. And I could have started with this, but when you think of Earth Nymph, you definitely think about the green. So I wanted the green to have a shining moment. Okay. So there's that. Now let me get another brush here. And we're going to warm this look up some with this other brown. It's like a orangey kind of brown. It's called, I do not know how to pronounce it, Oranastrabe. Anyway, there it is right there. So I'm going to use it. And we're just going to go deeper in the crease here. And this look is getting grungier by the moment, which is what I want. And that's one thing I like about this palette. It's so easy to create grungy looks with it. And we're just putting this low in the crease, just creating some of that depth that I like, and we're just kind of smoking it up a little bit. But I'm not covering up that bright green that's right there, you know, at the top. I'm not covering that up. But I probably will blend that out with something else. Something else on the brow bone. Okay, now let me grab a flat brush here. And let me see here. The only other matte that's in the palette that I haven't used other than the black is this yellow. And I really don't want to use the yellow. I don't really like yellows. Y'all have heard me say that before. I don't mind using a yellow as long as I can mix it, you know, with something else. But anyway, I'm thinking that it might ruin this look. So let me just go into the black just ever so lightly with this tip end of this little brush here. It's flat, but it's got a tapered edge, and I'm just going to run that along the lash line just to create like an eyeliner effect. And bring some definition to the eyes. And then just a little bit right here on this outer edge of the lid to do like an inverted wing with the eyeshadow. It's one of my favorite things to do. All right. Just kind of running that right there on the edge. And just kind of smudging it in. And I may come back to that shade here in just a minute. Okay, now with this flat brush here, I want to go into this shade called The Wall, which is right there. It's kind of a neutral, kind of a greenish gold color. And I want to use that on the lid today. So let's just see what happens. It's real earthy looking, but it brings in an element of gold without looking too yellow or too brassy. Oh yeah, this is nice. Definitely getting the fall vibes here. What a gorgeous shade. I'll have to take some pictures where y'all can see this up close. It's going to be my birthday here in a couple of weeks, and some of you know that have been to my Sunday night skin treats that my phone, my iPhone SE7 that I bought in 2017 has gone on the fritz. And it filled up, and then I was, offloading apps and, different things where I could still, use it to make phone calls and pick up the most important things. But it finally, one day it just like popped and it swelled up, and there's like this balloon like thing on the inside that caused the whole phone to like separate and bubble up on the inside like some kind of a little pillow or something. And then I was still using it even after that for a while. But then one day it just wouldn't take a charge anymore. And it was like, nope, I'm done. I'm done. I'm not really too satisfied with that. Let's see what happens when I put my finger in it. It seems like when you put eyeshadow on your finger, you just get a better, with these shimmers, you get a better pop. That is so pretty. I don't know if y'all can see that really good or not. Now, the lightest shade in this palette is a shimmer, and it's a really pretty light green, like a mint green. And I may use that as an inner corner highlight. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, right now what I need to do is I need to go put on complexion products and do my brows, and then I will be back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. This is the finished eye look, and I did add a pair of lashes, and the complexion products I'll share with you in just a minute. But this highlighter from Wet n Wild, it's called limited edition. It's called Midnight Moon. It's like this mermaid kind of gold, and I thought it would be really pretty today as an inner corner highlight, and I used a little bit underneath the brow bone as well as various places on my cheeks. And I just love this highlighter, y'all. It's so much fun to play with Wet n Wild highlighters. They're really good. I rimmed the waterline with this gold. It's an eye and a lip liner, and it's just a really subtle kind of gold, but I think it kind of helps to make the blue eyes pop. And it's from Choose Rosme, and it's 24-hour long lasting. So it's a stay true color is what they call it. So, and the shade unfortunately is not listed here on the pencil. But anyway, Choose Rosme. And so now I'm ready to go in with lips. And these lashes look really full and voluminous. They were longer. The length was longer, and I trimmed them. So they may look a little bit blunt, but I wanted to get some more wear out of them. And I think these lashes came from Lurella. So now I'm going to do lips, and I'm going to use this brown matte color lip liner from Lurella. It's in the shade Malt. And then I'm going to pair it with a gold lipstick from Nomad Cosmetics. So let's see what let's see what happens. So this is like a warm brown. And it's one of those ones that you sharpen with a pencil sharpener. Okay, so That's pretty. That goes good with the eye look, I think. Now, this lipstick, this is the only one I haven't really worn on camera. It's called Witching Hour, and it's in this package here from Nomad. And it's a gold lipstick, which is really unusual. But it's very pretty. And it's got like some brown in it. So let's put that on. Let's see what happens. I thought it would be pretty with this look. It'd be pretty with an orange look too. Wow. They're very shiny. That's one thing about these lipsticks that came in the collection from it's Witch City Salem collection, and these 3 lipsticks came with it. There's 2 more. There's this one here that's called Hocus Pocus, and it's purple. A really cool tone purple, which would be good probably with this look as well. And then there's this other one which has more pink in it, and it's called Devil's Book, and it's in the blue package. And it's got, it looks brighter than what it transforms on the lips. It's more pink than it is this dark color here. Here, let me swatch it, that way I can show you. It's like a really pretty fuchsia. Shiny, got a nice balm to it. But anyway, I wanted to wear the gold one today because I haven't worn it yet. Now, I thought that the golds, you know, would reflect the theme. So, anyway, this palette, y'all, I can't get enough of this palette. The Nomad Berlin Underground. It's like every look I've ever created with it. I've just loved it. And when you look at the colors in the palette, you may think in your mind, what am I going to do with that? But once you get to playing and mixing, it's so much fun. I haven't done too much with these purples. I really want to use them and create a look with those. Anyway, so I may come back to this palette really soon. I'm not sure. And then there's this shade over here. It's called Love Parade. And the black has like a purple base. Or like a bluish purple base. But anyway, it really worked out great for the, for the bottom lash line and for, to use as a inverted eyeliner. So the foundation that I'm using today is from LYS, and the concealer as well. They're serum foundation and concealer, the Triple Fix. And I have just a little bit of left in there, so I wanted to use it. And this concealer is really good. I really enjoy it. It's very hydrating, and I do have a backup of this. So, and then the Morphe powder, the little sample that I received that I've been using, the mini bacon set translucent powder. I really like it. And let's see, what else did I use today? Oh, the Kat Von D full sleeve tubing mascara. This one right here. It's not waterproof, but it does remove easily. And so if you're having a good, a good eye day where your eyes aren't watering too bad, it's a good one to use. And then for the cheeks today, I went in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour stick. And I contoured first today. And you can see it's kind of a grayish color, which is perfect for my complexion. And then for the bronzer today, I used the Charlotte Tilbury. This beautiful one here. I got this in an Allure box. And the shade is Fair. And so that works out good for me. And then the blush that I used today is from Lorella is from their Sweet Confessions palette. And it's this pretty, it's like a peachy mauve kind of shade. And this is just a powder. It's not really a highlighter powder. It's a matte. And you could probably use that underneath the eyes to set your concealer with, or, you know, whatever. So, but anyway, I haven't really used too many shades out of this palette. I have used this highlighter. It's nice. I've used this bronzer here. It's nice. And then today I used the blush. So, very nice. And then the palette, you know about it. And you saw me do the lip products. So now all that's left to do is to set it down. So I'm trying to finish up this one from Emma Hardy. And since this isn't waterproof, I have to guard my mascara. Whew. Don't want black streaks running down my cheeks. That would be tragic. Now I pulled it out from that spot right there, but it doesn't seem like it's going to fit back in there. So that tells me that I need to clean. All right, let's me grab this fan and we'll fan it down. This fan had a tassel on it, but I removed it because it kept catching on stuff that's in my brush holder, and I got tired of fooling with it, so I just took the tassel off. Anyway, the fan is in still really good shape. Okay, this is the look, and I am going to submit it as an entry in the October challenge, the Forest Nymph challenge over there on Nomad's website. She's on Instagram. They said that they would run all the looks through stories, and then they were going to select a few to post actually on their page, and then there was going to be just a small handful of people that are going to be selected to receive a $25 gift card, which I won that one time before, so who knows what'll happen. I may win again. But anyway, I'd be happy to be on their page, though. I think that'd be cool. All right, y'all, this is the look. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think about the products that I used today. And I love this look. I think it's gorgeous. Not because I created it, just because the way the colors mix together, you know. I think greens bring out blue eyes. So let me know down in the comments what you think. Give me a thumbs up on the video, please. If you haven't subscribed already, I'd like to invite you to do so. Become a part of my YouTube community, and I really appreciate all that YouTube love. And I just want to say thank you very much. All right, y'all, have a great day. God bless you today is my prayer, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.